Hi, Will from Sound on Sound here at the NAMM show in Anaheim with Ruben from Roli. Ruben, what do you have for us today?
All right, well, I have right here a Songmaker Kit, which is part of a new line of products that basically bundles together parts of our block system, our currently existing block system, into basically an all-in-one solution and a great starting place for getting into the block system.
Okay, so the new part then is the fact that it all comes together as a set, is it?
It all comes together as a set. You get extra software, and there's also interesting software options that basically can have the instrument as opposed to, in addition to working as a modular system, right, which blocks is, but functioning all as one piece. We've also, the Songmaker Kit is comprised of blocks which actually have been released since last year NAMM, right? So we have, first of all, the next generation of the Lightpad block, which is called the Lightpad Block M, which incorporates a slightly different surface. Instead of it being totally flat, it has these bumps and it also is a much more supple and bright surface. In addition to the Seaboard block, which is both the latest edition of the Blocks product line and the Seaboard product line, brings them together into a smaller, more modular format. You can connect multiple Seaboard blocks side by side to expand your playing surface. And it's also bundled with a loop block over here, which is one of our 3 control blocks. And so the idea is that this can be a really great starting point for people who are trying to get into the system, whether you're using this with Noise as more of a musical sketch pad.
That being the iPad app, yeah?
Noise is a free iOS app that we make, or using it with any DAW that you want, Ableton Live, with our Blocks dashboard software, which allows you to configure and customize your block setup.
Okay, great. Do you want to give us a quick little whirl then?
So we've made a lot of updates to the Noise app also in the past year. It's becoming much more of a professional tool. So the first major thing is that we're constantly releasing new sound packs, right? So we have a huge library of sounds, which can really suit any kind of playing style, right? So say you're really into hip hop, we just released a new Wu-Tang sound pack, right? Made from the Saga Continues album. If you're really into EDM, you can get the Steve Aoki sound pack. If you're really into, classic rock, we've got a Stadium Rock sound pack with really great sounds, right? Also working with some really amazing sound designers from audio modeling who make these amazing acoustic instruments. So for example, like this cello sound, right? Oops, sorry, 1 second. Right, and getting this really realistic acoustic sound on, such a small product, right? Also the, saxophones. Right, really being able to control sounds in this realistic way. Of course, in addition to electronic sounds and drums and everything else that you can do inside of the Noise app. You can also now, let's say, we want to build up a song, right, inside of the app. We now have a more sophisticated system of at least being able to mix your tracks, record loops, export them out, right? So let's say if I want to start recording up a new song, right, and I can use the Songmaker Kit kind of as my full instrument. If I didn't have all of these tools, I could also be interacting directly with the app. I can view my instrument as a Seaboard if I want to. So as soon as I press record, then it'll start counting me in. Right, automatically looping back. I can even mix the volume levels right directly on the Lightpad. And so here, basically the idea is that, once I've recorded some sounds, I can actually take this song and I can do a lot of things with it, right? So I'll just stop this quickly. Besides being able to edit it, mix it, change the instruments, use different tools, I actually have a lot of export options now, right? So I could, first of all, export it to noise.fm, which is our social platform. People can like, comment, download, actually, remix, add their own loops, and contribute, as well as learning from other creators, right? Which is a really important thing because we have this amazing light trail system, right? You can watch exactly, oh, I loved Ruben's bass line in that song, and then look, and then you can see exactly how to play it, right? Slow it down, which is really great because it's a huge platform. A lot of people are contributing now. But in addition, you can use this in a more professional context now. Let's say you're someone who has a home studio, you do production in Ableton Live or Logic or GarageBand or whatever it might be. You can actually export your loops directly as an Ableton Live project, right? So I can sit here, export it, compiles it all, and then I can airdrop it to anywhere that I want, and instantly open it up inside of Ableton Live and have actually the loops available for me right here, right? And so, it's really kind of part of this whole journey that Blocks can go on, right? Because we've also recently released an app called Roli Play, which probably don't have enough time to demo right now. But Roli Play is really this very beginner introduction tutorial to Blocks, right? I've been watching people who have never made music in their lives. You make a song in like 30 seconds, right? And you get this positive feedback. You get excited about the system. And then you can move on to using noise, with all these amazing sounds. And then, eventually move on to actually using professional software. You can start adding other blocks together, right? Creating kind of a whole modular music studio setup. I could take all these other blocks, connect them in with my Songmaker Kit. Let's see if I have this. And we're also building some really amazing integration directly with specific DAWs, right? So say if you are an Ableton Live person, you can open up our Blocks dashboard software, which allows you to choose which app your Lightpad Block is using, right? So right now, this is the Ableton Live control app. But I could also change it. Let's say I just want it to be a bank of faders to use for mixing, right? Let's say I wanted it to be an XYZ pad for controlling effects, right? I can just easily choose in this interface. I can edit them, change the colors, change the parameters that they're controlling. But specifically, let's say that we want to control Ableton Live. Now this is really great because you can use it as, similarly to the way that you would use a launch pad or any other bi-directional pad controller, right? Here you can see I have the actual clips that are recorded in Ableton, and I can launch them directly from the surface. If I were to move them around, you can see that it actually is reflected on the hardware.
It picks up the color.
Exactly, but the cool thing is that it's not only for launching and playing back clips. You can also use it as an instrument controller, and it'll adapt to what you're doing inside of the program. So let's say I arm this track, which happens to be a contact instrument, right? I'm actually just not using Roli instruments in here to demonstrate that you can use it with third-party software, but I can then press the side button, and instantly, I've brought the levels down. Instantly, I have control over that instrument, right? In the same way, if I arm a drum track, in this case, Ableton's drum rack, it reflects, again, the volume's down, but it reflects exactly what I have on the surface. It'll even move around to where my mouse is, so I don't have to worry about octave changing or anything like that, right? We're really trying to break down these barriers of entry so people can immediately start making music.
Very cool.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Ruben.
Yeah, my pleasure.
A lot to think about there.
A lot of stuff. But the idea, basically is that this one product can really fit the use case of a huge multitude of people, right? Whether you're someone who's just starting to get into music making, you can have fun, play it almost like a game, all the way up until someone who is developing with our open code platform, making all kinds of, crazy customized MIDI controllers.
So these are available when then?
So the Songmaker Kit, we had a soft launch a couple months ago on our website. It had really high demand. Right now we're out of stock. We're going to be reintroducing it in March.
Okay, and how much does the kit cost?
The Songmaker Kit costs $5.99 in total, US dollars. Which is, a savings on the hardware and also, in addition, the snap case and the upgraded software bundle.
Okay, and what's in that bundle again?
So we're going to be bundling Equator, which is the full version of our software sound engine, Strobe 2, Ableton Live Lite, Max MSP, a 3-month license, as well, I believe that's the most of the, also traction waveform, which is a full DAW, MP compatible, really great. So basically the idea is that, out of the box, you have all this software available to you for, a myriad of different use cases, right?
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Ruben.
Yeah, totally.